Greetings all and welcome to the finale of Assetto Formula Racing Season 9 Super Formula, where we usually start the season. Oh, that is not right there. Just as we start, we end prematurely. Sorry about that, guys. There was obviously a technical issue with the server, so that would mean that would probably be offline for a few minutes. But yeah. I welcome you, and we will be right back. Greetings all for the second time. Hopefully now we can start getting underway properly. But yes, welcome all to the finale of Season 9 Super Formula here at Assetto Formula Racing. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame it's the final race, but hey, what a season we've had. I am back at my post as commentator. I've not been fired, thankfully. I've just had a few things going on in my own life, meaning I couldn't commentate the last two races, but I am back. And yeah, happy to be back. At this fantastic track where hopefully we will be able to be delivered some fantastic racing here today. I mean, there's quite a few cars joining, so that is always good for racing when the attendance is high. More opportunities for battles. 11 cars at the moment. Hopefully now we might get a few more coming in. Big lock up there for Iceman Stupper. Into the hairpin. His tyres will not be thanking him for that one. But as we can see, from my side, since I missed a few races, there's quite a few new faces or new drivers, should I say, that I'm not too sure who a few of these guys are. But I look forward to knowing the speed, the pace, the consistency in the racecraft of the new guys from my side. So yeah, it's a learning experience for me, and I'm looking forward to it. We're on board with Johan as he goes through the Casio Triangle onto the main straight to start his first qualifying lap of the session. Down now we go to turn 1. Swoop into turn 1 now, completely flat out, down to 4th gear for the second part. Through the S's, usually a fantastic sequence of corners there to drive in any downforce car, and these cars make it look easy through there. The change of direction, the speed, the downforce, it's just all absolutely a wonder to watch, and these guys certainly know what they're doing, don't they? Into the Degner corners now. Degner 1, Degner 2 down to 3rd probably for him. Nice out underneath the figure 8 bridge. Down to the hairpin now. Goes Johan, bit of a lock up there, but he survives another day, thank God. Now down to Spoon corner. Just one downshift actually. Johan's car seems to be set up quite well at this current moment. He stays just within the white line. We are hurtling down now towards 130R. Completely flat out on these cars. Not even a question of a lift there. Heavy braking now into the final chicane, otherwise known as the Casio Triangle. And we go to the line to see what Johan can set the benchmark for. That is a 1 minute 35.3, which I do believe will be beaten. As it is beaten by Juniper Baker with a 34.5. Fantastic lap from her. Ice Van Stubber goes third briefly, but gets beaten by Mattia Sanguinini. Alan van der Hoven slots in behind. Theo displaces him. As Leon Jenkins goes into second now. Good lap there for Leon. Fantastic stuff. Roland Justin. Roland Justin, okay. So it does seem to be that Roland Justin potentially is Juniper Baker's greatest challenge, or closest challenge, should I say. At this current moment in qualifying anyway. I'm not too sure how it's going to pan out now the next 15 minutes and 55 seconds. But at this current time, Roland Justin is looking in flying form. As they must drive around back to the pits now, or potentially do a second lap. Here we go now, into the hairpin. On the power nice and early. Down to spoon corner once again for Roland Justin. Completely, oh, bit of a snap there in the middle of it. As Imran Sheikh has been disqualified for teleporting, unfortunately for him. Yeah, Roland, this is probably an in-lap for Roland Justin, I'd imagine. Get some fuel back in the car, get a fresh set of tyres, and go for it again. And in goes Roland Justin. That's exactly what I was expecting. Juniper Baker does go quicker on her second lap with a 1 minute 34.122. As Scott Sovic actually goes third now with a 134.729. Good lap there for Sovic. So he's a new face for me. I don't know. I don't have experience with this guy, but he seems quick. So I'm looking forward to it. Nice livery for Scott as well. Minimalistic, bit of a grey, kind of a white theme going on. But hey, that's fine. Something different, which is always good to see. So yeah, we have about 6 minutes done in qualifying, and this is how it shapes out as of yet. Scott Sovic is slowing right down. I'm not too sure why that is. He was obviously letting the driver behind through, which is very kind of him. Obviously, Scott is on an in-lap now, so he's just going to be just trundling along really to get back to the pits. So, you know, he didn't want to slow anyone down, and I applaud him for doing that. The winner of the championship, unfortunately I wasn't here to see it, Sarah has got a 1 minute 38.1. Surely Sarah has more in the tank to give in terms of lap time, and I'm sure we will be seeing that very soon indeed from her, because 11th place does seem a bit down the order for Sarah, as we have come to expect anyways. Who's on a lap? Who isn't on a lap? Is Roland Justin on another lap? No, he's not. He's lifting and coasting. I think he's on an out lap, I believe, Roland Justin to be. So everybody's out of phase now at the moment. We have some people starting laps, we have some people finishing laps, and then some people in the pits. So this is the shake-up. Okay, we're going on board with someone not even on a lap. Fantastic. I think Teo, tell me, Teo, are you on a lap or are you on an in lap? Please tell me you're starting a lap. Okay, Teo's actually starting a lap, so we will stay with him and see what he can do. Currently 6th place, decent time for Teo there. But obviously he wants to improve that a bit and get himself up a few more positions. Takes a nice easy in turn 1 and 2, which is fine. Oh, runs a bit wide there, does Teo. And that is it for him, unfortunately, in the gravel. And that is it, completely done in one for him. Yeah, that is not going to be 5.4 seconds off to 1. Yeah, that is a bailout if I ever saw one. Roland Justnerver is on his lap. And we'll see what Roland can bring to the table here. Half a second to Juniper in front, so that is going to be quite a mountain to climb. Matthias Sanguini moves up a few places into 6th. There we go from Sarah. 134.599 slots into 2nd place. That's what we were expecting to see eventually. But Roland Justin now, not much between him and Sarah, so can Roland do the business here? He just needs a little bit more time, nothing crazy, and he'll be up into 2nd. Got deep into the triangle. That is definitely not going to be an improvement for Roland, unfortunately. However, he might go again. Yeah, it looks like he will go again, actually. So, let's see what Roland can do here. He's green on the steering wheel, which is always a good indicator. Oh, but we'll slide that through the 2nd part. That's not going to be good for the lap time. No, I don't think there's going to be any improvement there. Matthias Sanguini goes even faster now and moves up into P5. Nicely done there for Mattia. Unfortunately, I don't think Roland's going to do anything with this lap, so we will leave him. And we will go on board there with Juniper Baker, who I believe is going to start a new lap for. So let's see. Can Juniper Baker get into the 133s perhaps? That would be astounding if it happened. Extremely well hooked up there through the S's. Absolute commitment there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. She's just down on herself, but that's fine. There might have been a few mistakes later on in the lap where she can recover the time. Still right on the steering wheel. So let's see. Through spoon now. Down 1 gear. Keep it tight. Keep it tight on the inside. Roll it out to the outside. He's doing well for now, as Sarah has improved even further to a 134.3. Well, she's lost another 10th or 2. She's going to have to ace the final chicane here. Good entry. Good exit. There's going to be enough though. Does she improve? No. Not just a bit too slow there. But hey, she still has pole, so that's the main part. What about Scott Sovic? His first sector isn't looking fantastic, so I don't think he's going to improve either. Still low, 7 minutes 20 to go, so plenty of time for these drivers to get another 2 or 3 laps in. And plenty of time for the pecking order and the order of the cars to change around, really. which is always good. That Scott comes in. Yeah, I didn't think he'd stay out really. So here comes Sarah now. So let's see. She'll be on the out lap, I believe. She'll be pushing on the out lap there to get the tyres ready. So let's see, Sarah, she just needs 2/10, even less than 2/10. Apologies there, but yeah, less than 2/10, and Sarah is on pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix. But she can't get the 2/10, or if Juniper gets even further in front, then that's going to make things a lot more difficult. Well, here we go into the final chicane. Getting ready to start the lap. Wind it up now. Here goes Sarah. Into turn 1. Braking as late as you possibly can. Very nice line. Extremely good. And the car looks so stable. No real understeer, no real oversteer. Just completely neutral. Sarah has set up the car brilliantly by the looks of it. And she's green, which is exactly what you want to see on that steering wheel. She is up. So now the fight is on for pole position between these two. Unless Roland Justin has anything to say about it when he comes back out. This is going to be close, I'd say. This is going to be very close between the two of them. She rounds Spoon onto the back straight now. We'll see the second sector time. And she's up. She's up. She's strung the lap together extremely well now. All she has to do is navigate the final chicane in a good fashion, and she might be able to spoil Juniper's party. Good entry, nice on the curves there. Good exit for Sarah. Tamed the wheel spin. Up to line she goes. Is it going to be pole position? It is going to be pole position. 134.004. However, can Juniper do anything about it? She backs out. She's going to get onto her lap now, shortly enough. But yeah, Juniper will know the time. She will know that she's lost pole position to Sarah. And now all eyes on her to improve. And we'll go back to Juniper now and stay on board. Yeah, Juniper has it all to do now. 3 minutes 38 to go now. The pressure's on. Through the S's. What's that first sector going to be? Juniper's up. Okay. This is where it gets interesting now. Using absolutely all of the track there. The two of them are absolutely in another league today. The two teammates, of course. A bit like Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg back in the day, I suppose. Two teammates so close together. Let's see now down to Spoon. She's not great on the steering wheel, but oh, she is now, just as I said it. Keep it in nicely on the power, nice. She goes outside the track limits. I'm not too sure will that count or not, but it should probably. Oh, this is going to be close, guys. This is going to be close. You're going to have to absolutely ace the final chicane now. Bit slow in the middle, but if she gets the exit, it will make up for it. She had a fantastic exit there. Up to the line, does Juniper take pole position back? Yes, she does! By 2/1000ths of a second between the two teammates. Oh my god. That is potentially the closest qualifying in AFR history. Don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. But what a margin between the two drivers. I don't think it's even done yet, because I think Juniper is going for more, potentially. But yeah, as it stands, what a margin between the two teammates there. 2 1,000ths of a second. Is Sarah going again? Probably not. She's in dirty air, but she might have another chance. Oh. Yeah, that's Juniper over and done with. However, Sarah has enough time. She'll have enough time for one more go, potentially. As Scott Sovic goes into third place there with a 134.484. Brilliant lap from Scott there. Good, well done, Scott Sovic. That is fantastic stuff from you. He's one to look out for sure in this race. But yeah, will Juniper have another shot, and will Sarah have another shot at pole position here? Are they fueled enough? Considering that Juniper is still weaving, trying to get the heat in the tyres, I think she might have enough fuel for one more go. We're going to have to see now. Yeah, she's staying out. So Juniper's game is Sarah game for one more attempt. Yeah, yes she is. So the two teammates, it's not over yet. So Juniper's going for it. Try and extend her advantage and get into 1 minute 33s here. Red on the steering wheel, but let's see what that first sector time says. 2/10 down, it might not be an improvement. The tyres might be past their best. Sarah, on the other hand, Sarah is green on the steering wheel. Don't forget, Joni needs 2 1,000s. It's not a massive, literally, it's like a whisker is all she needs to get into pole position. If she can get anything at all, even 2 1,000s or 3 1,000s, she's on pole position. The Japanese Grand Prix. Juniper's really trying her best though. Both of them are. They both want pole. Okay, Juniper's cut the disadvantage down slightly, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Sarah's still green on the steering wheel. Yes, she is, and she's up by a 10th. Sarah's up by a 10th, so unless Juniper can actually get the best exit we've ever seen out of the final chicane, I don't think it's going to be an improvement for her. But it's not. She backs out. So will Sarah... And Sarah goes into the pits. Sarah pits. Well, that is it. 2 1,000s separate the top two. What a qualifying. Come to the line though, Mattia Sanguinini. He does improve, but it's not enough. So guys, that is qualifying. My god, that was good between the two teammates in Skyline at the top there. What a qualifying session that was. But bloody hell, this race I think is going to be a good one, guys. I think we have so many people so close together in performance. That was nuts. But yeah, guys, keep tuned in. I think the race is going to be a good one. We will see you very shortly. Welcome back, everybody. I welcome you to the race session. There's about 33 seconds left on the clock. You can see on the left hand side of the screen the starting order as dictated by the qualifying session. So Juniper Baker on pole, Sarah right behind, Scott Solvik in third, Roland Justin fourth, Leon Jenkins fifth, Chase Sanguiniti sixth, Johan seventh. The lights are on though, I can't finish the sequence. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red lights because it's Assetto Corsa. And it's lights out and away they go. Good start for Juniper there. Pretty even start actually for Sarah, but the push the pass for Juniper goes on. Straight away there's already a crash in the back. But I believe it was just one car as one of the cars wipes out there in turn 1. Not too sure what that was. But most of the field seem to have got away pretty nicely, all things considered. So Roland Justin, Teo and Roland are two of the cars that were caught up there at the back. Not too sure as to why, but yeah, perfect start for Juniper. Good start for Sarah as well. Yeah, everybody seemed to have gotten away pretty unscathed. So yeah, Juniper just has to keep ahead really. And yeah, just stay out of trouble. Iceman Stubber goes wide there and Spoon. That's not going to help him. Van der Hoven's going to be sniffing at that. However, he actually wasn't close enough behind. However, who is close enough behind is Mattia Sanguinini into 130R. Here we go. Is he going to get the move done? He actually has the move done even before 130R. And that is Mattia Sanguinini up to 7th. Great move there from Mattia. Very brave. The opportunity came his way and he took it. We got Iceburn Stupper now chasing down Leon Jenkins in the slipstream. No push to pass, just good old fashioned slipstream as we like to see it. On the outside of turn 1, is it going to happen? And it does! Iceman's up into P5 with that sensational move around the outside of turn 1. You don't often see that happening, but Iceman Stubber was able to make it work today. What a move there for him. Absolutely fantastic. Leon Jenkins was right on the back there of Icebrand into the Degners. Oh, Iceman goes off there a bit. Means that, yeah, Leon's going to have a much better exit. Down to the hairpin we go now, side by side. Leon gets ahead. And Iceman has to defend from Mattia straight away. Thankfully, everybody survives. Mattia now knows his next victim is Icebrand. At that point, gets a bit of a snap there at the end of Spoon. Gonna allow Mattia to get the run on him down to 130R in the slipstream now, deep in the slipstream in fact. Towing him along very nicely indeed. Pulls out of the slipstream. Down to the Casio triangle. Is he gonna make the move? Round the outside. Goes a bit wide there. He's gonna have to back out of it. So that's just the fast lap of the race. Yeah, unfortunately no move there yet from Mattia Sanguinini. The two teammates in lead pole racing, we got the lead here, first and second. However, not too sure what order that first and second is going to be by the time we get to the checkered flag here today. So Sarah is sticking with Juniper. And on that lap in particular, the last lap in particular, Sarah was the fastest out of the two of them. Sarah already has a 2-second gap over Scott Solvik in P3. The two of these two are just driving away now from the rest. Very commendable. They obviously have to set up right, they've everything right today. They have the confidence as Juniper runs a bit wide there, but maybe that get the cut back in the better launch off of the second part of the of Spoon Corner. But Johan is coming very quickly now on Scott Sovic. Deep in the slipstream is Johan. That's gonna have to be all in the mirrors. The push to pass goes on there for Johan. Side by side down the straight. And Johan gets the place into turn 1. Scott maintains the place into turn 1. Johan has to back out a bit. Got in a bit of a bit confused there. But yeah, so the positions stay the same down here, heading forth. Good battle though. However, better battle for the lead at the moment, closer. We'll turn back to them in a bit. Through the Degnas now. This reminds me a bit. Oh, a bit wide there for Juniper, but he stays with it. 4/10 now is the gap. Sarah is right there now, deep in the slipstream, going to Spoon. She can conserve those push to pass in the slipstream, because the slipstream is doing most of the work. Whereas you're going to have to suffer in the dirty air a bit through Spoon and through the S's. But it doesn't look like she minds too much. Yeah, look at that. Look, the slipstream is working. It's just dragging her along. She even lifts off there. So she can get a better exit coming out of the chicane. As she does so. Is it push the pass time yet for Sarah? Not quite. She's going to save it. 22 laps and you only get 10 of them, remember. So you have to use them wisely. All things the same behind. There's a Scott Sovic led scrap for third place. Yeah, you can't get much closer than this due to the dirty air coming off the cars. Unfortunately, it's almost like an invisible wall that you cannot cross. But it's not too bad. It could be worse. It could always be worse. 3/10 though. That's close for Johan. Deep within the slipstream now of Scott Sovic in front. We're also deep in the dirty air too around Spoon Corner. Will not be helping. Sarah is closing in on Juniper. She's biding her time though. Now she's letting off. I think they're just playing the game of Sarah stays behind for now and she'll get her at the end. Oh, bit of a slide there for Johan. That's going to be music to Scott Sovic and Leon Jenkins' ears there. It gives Scott Sovic a little bit of breathing room. But Johan has closed right up to beneath half a second now. Once again. Once again, Scott's going to have to check those rear view mirrors a bit more often now. as Johan was able to cling even through Spoon there at less than 4/10 of a second. Scott is using to push the pass to try and get away a bit. But because Johan is so deep in the slipstream, it's actually not working very well for Scott. Now it's Johan's turn to use this, to push the pass. It's going to be close down to turn 1. But still, no move there between these two. Still nothing doing. Johan must be getting frustrated now at this stage, I'd imagine. Once you're staying at the rear wing of the car in front for long enough, you start to get a bit frustrated. As I imagine he's doing at this current moment. When Shake disconnects, unfortunately for him. Usually a technical issue or something. Johan now is gaining once again. Johan just thinks about it. Just sticking his nose in the right place. These guys are just going to check something. All good, yeah. So I check. Now, let's see. On to lap 8 out of 22 now. Almost getting up there to half race distance. So the pit stops should be starting soon. If I had to guess. All this following the dirty air will not be helping Johan's tyres whatsoever. Oh, and Leon Jenkins now enters the party. And for Johan now, this is actually his best opportunity yet. He hasn't been this close. He hasn't been this close all race, actually. This is the closest he's been. If he can just live with the dirty air through Spoon. Pushes him wide though. He gets back in. That's alright. Yeah, this is as close as Johan's been yet now. Well within the slipstream as Scott Sovic teleports back a bit. Bit of a ping there for Scott. As Johan now down the outside into the chicane. Just has to stay behind once again. But oh my god, Johan, bit too much on the power, and he's gone off into the gravel. He obviously pressed the push the pass at the wrong time. As we have Iceman Stopper versus Mattia Sanguinini here for 6th place. Side by side, turn 1 now. Iceman Stopper, they're still side by side. One of them is have to get yeah, and that is Iceman. Iceman gets the position there. Iceman up into P6. Just. Leon Jenkins. Now it is Leon Jenkins' turn to do what Johan couldn't, which is get past Scott Sovic for the final podium position. And Jenkins now uses the push to pass. He only has 5 left though, remember, so there's going to be a time where that becomes a detriment to him, but listen, if he gets past Scott Solving, I don't think he'll mind too much. On to lap 10 now, almost halfway through the race. They'll be thinking about pitting at some point. So you can see who's made positions, who's lost positions. Leon has made up 1, Johan's made up 2, Iceman Silver's made up 3, Roland Justin has lost 3. Wow, okay. Roland Justin's the big loser in terms of positions, and Johan is Iceman Silver's the big gainer in terms of positions. Relatively stable for the top 3, no gains or losses. No one's pit yet. Well, the bottom 3 have actually. And back to the normal relative screen. Onto the last straight once again now. Leon Jenkins hunting down Gotsovic in the slipstream. Not that deep in it though, so it won't be that effective to him. Halfway through the race now. As that was close. Leon Jenkins almost takes himself out of the race there. But he's made it to the pits. So Leon Jenkins is going to try the undercut on Scott Sovic and see if that will work out for him. Out in front, 2 lead pole drivers are still fighting it out there. I don't think Sarah really wants the win, or maybe she's just tricking all of us and she's going to wait until the last lap for a Hail Mary dive or something. I'm really confused about what's happening at the moment, but we shall see. Just an Iceman stopper. Oh, they've both gone very deep into that corner. Which is interesting, but they both survive another day, which is the main thing. What I want to know is, will Scott and Johan pit now? Or will they extend? Scott's surely going to have to pit to protect him against the undercut. And he doesn't pit. Scott goes long. Well, longer. Interesting, okay. 138.0 for Scott, so let's keep an eye on those lap times. So does Leon get past Johan? Looks like he will. Yeah, he must do. Yeah, absolutely. So Leon Jenkins is well past, in fact. Let's just keep an eye on the lap times here. Because if bit of a lock up there for Scott though. His tires are starting to go off. Yeah, it looks like Scott Sovic's tires are starting to go off big time now. He's gonna have to pit. Still no fighting between the teammates. Now, Scott Sovic, does he pit? Yes, okay. He's pit now. Will Leon Jenkins and potentially even Johan be able to jump him? That's what I want to figure out. So everyone's pitting now. And Hoven stays out. So here comes Leon Jenkins. Leon Jenkins gets Scott Sovic. So the undercut has worked for Leon. He's going to be absolutely thrilled at that prospect. But has it worked for Johan? No, it hasn't. So Scott Sovic is still ahead of Johan due to the error that Johan made previously. The gap has come down a fair amount, by 2 seconds if my maths is correct. But Scott Sovic crucially has been overtaken by Leon Jenkins. 2 lap pressure tyres though. That might help at the end. Will the leaders pit finally? Is it time to pit now? Is it time to overtake? What's going on? They both pit. Very interesting. Okay. This might shake things up a bit. So now what we gotta realize is what is the lap time between Leon Jenkins and Scott Sovic? That's what I want to know. Is Scott faster and will he be able to come back at the end? As Alan van der Hoven takes the lead of the race. Obviously he hasn't pit yet, but new race leader Alan van der Hoven. So Scott Sovic is gaining quite quickly actually on Leon Jenkins, and Johan is actually gaining a little bit on Scott Sovic. So it does seem like Leon is potentially the slowest out of these 3 drivers, 4th, 5th and 6th. And of course, once Alan van der Hoven pits, yeah, it will then be not 4th, 5th and 6th, it will be 3rd, 4th and 5th. So the battle for the podium is on, basically, between these 3. Three and a half seconds between Scott Sovic and Leon Jenkins, so that has come down. Oh, Johan has been passed by Roland Justin. Johan has made a massive mistake somewhere clearly because he's way down. Okay, never mind. This is now a battle between Scott Sovic and Leon Jenkins now, as Johan has unfortunately made a mistake somewhere that we missed. So Leon Jenkins' lap time is, what's it going to be? A 136.7 versus a 135.4. As actually Scott has set the fast lap of the entire damn race. So yeah, Scott is flying. Scott is hunting down Leon Jenkins. He wants the podium back. Two, 3.2 seconds now is the gap. And Leon Jenkins has actually caught up to Sarah. What? I was not expecting that. What's happened to Sarah? Has she had a bit of a mistake somewhere maybe? Something's happened for sure. I'll be there. Let's see what the lap times. And the hovering pits, as to be expected. Yeah, 140.3. Sarah made a massive mistake there somewhere. So yeah, it seems like Sarah has now pulled out a gap again on Leon Jenkins. She obviously has recovered from that mistake, hasn't killed the tyres and doing the mistake, and gotten away once again now. Scott Solving now 2.5 seconds. He's gained another half second this lap, so he's on the way. 2.6. He's lost a bit of time. Another 6 laps to go here. That's Luca. And a final podium position between Leon and Jenkins and Scott Sovic is all to play for. .4 now. Let's see. 2.3. Yeah, Scott is gaining. The gap is going to probably drop below 2 seconds now very shortly indeed. Big lockup though for Scott. That's alright, didn't seem to lose him anything. Another thing we have to remember, guys, is that Leon Jenkins only has 3 push to passes, whereas Scott has 5. Scott can actually use one every lap now if he wants. But Leon is going to have to pick and choose now where he uses his. So there's a bit of strategy for you. Another lock up there for Scott. He's lost time. Wow, Sarah sets for Newfoundland's lap with a 135 flat. That is quick, that is. Alright, yeah, there it is. Scott uses one of his push to passes now, as he can do. Because he's enough remaining. .7 now, 1.6. Yeah, Scott is definitely gaining. You can see him in the background. He's coming ever closer. Let's see, let's see. Lap 19 now. Coming in, we're well and truly in the final stages of this race. The whole story is, can Leon Jenkins survive? Matthias Sanguinini is gaining on Johan. However, Johan has activated to push the pass. He's going to survive another day there. Battle for P6 now between these two. He's holding patiently behind, ready to get Johan when the opportunity presents itself. Big lockout there for Leon Jenkins ahead. Gap has now dropped to 1.3 seconds. So bits and pieces of the slipstream are starting to come Scott Solvik's way. Nothing really to give him a top speed advantage just yet. However, he will be starting to get that benefit around now. Nothing major, as I said, but the beginnings of slipstream are starting. But also the flip side, unfortunately, the beginnings of dirty air are also starting through the corners. So you gain some, you lose some with these kind of cars. Eight tenths now. Seven tenths even. Leon Jenkins is right. Leon Jenkins now is starting to get in trouble. His tyres have had it. You can see the wear on them visually. I think Scott Solvik's tyres are just in a bit better shape. I think he's been looking after them a bit more. And now Scott will definitely be in the slipstream now at this distance. And yeah, more push the passes. However, the thing is, Scott is running out of time now. Solvik is running out of time to get past Jenkins, so he's going to have to do it sooner rather than later. Push the pass for Scott. At 21 out of 22. The S section is complete now, the S's. The worst, the dirty air is over for Scott Solvik, so just have to cling on now, no mistakes. Get in that slipstream, up the hill. The power nice and early. Good launch. Three tenths now. The slipstream is going to be very powerful at this distance on the back straight. I think Scott Solvik, I think Solvik knows it. They're both using push the pass. I think Leon Jenkins has survived in yet another lap of this. Yeah, Leon Jenkins, yeah, he's still clinging. He's still clinging. However, Sovik is not done by a long shot. So I was just cruising, which is absolutely fine. Right, it's going to be Sovik's last chance now. The back straight, should I say. And he's out of opportunities after that. They both have pushed the passes available to them. Here we go, it's going to be close. As Juniper Baker comes around to win the finale, congratulations to her. But we're going to have to come back to that because Scott Sovik and Leon Jenkins are side by side into the chicane. And it seems like Leon Jenkins is going to cling on and get the final podium position ahead of Skovik. What an absolutely fantastic end there to the season. Great racing for those two. Well done to the two teammates at Lead Power Racing, finishing out an incredible season together. Once again, massive congratulations to Sarah for winning the championship. Massive congratulations to her team for winning the championship. Massive congratulations to Sean Fitzgerald, who for so long looked like he had the championship in his hands, but it wasn't meant to be this time around. But he drove a fantastic season as well. Such a shame not to see Sean in at the moment, but hey ho, Sean, you gotta be happy with that. But yeah, congratulations to all the drivers, and thank you very much for taking part. To all the drivers, you know, we have no racing without you guys. Unfortunately, there'll be no kind of interviews today because I have a few things to do. But guys, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching this season. Hopefully, thank you very much for subscribing, liking, you're interacting, all of that. You know, we do appreciate it here at Assetto Formula Racing. And hopefully season 10 will be another banger. Yeah, once again, guys, thank you very much. You know, for all the support, all the drivers, the staff, Assetto Formula Racing, making these races possible. You know, thanks for all that. And yeah, guys, we will see you in a few weeks for season 10. Hope to see you then. That was it for me. Unfortunately, I have to go. And yeah, thank you very much. And bye-bye.
Is driven by NordVPN, the leading VPN to protect your online activity. Safeguarding your identity and data is as important as ever, and NordVPN's threat protection feature can guard you from malware, ads, malicious sites, and trackers. NordVPN allows you to virtually place yourself in over 59 countries worldwide with access to over 5,500 servers, all while maintaining purple sector speeds over the competition. NordVPN also provides extra features compared to other similar services such as no bandwidth or data limits, highest industry speeds, allowing 6 simultaneous connections, and no data logging. Also interested in password management or cloud data storage? Well, NordPass and NordLocker have you covered there too. Check out NordVPN using our link nordvpn.com/AFR with a no-risk 30-day money-back guarantee and use code AFR to get 1 month extra free.